Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Friday and welcome to Wicca 202. Today's topic is finding light in the dark. I felt this topic is particularly appropriate for the Yule season. After all, we've only just passed the solstice and are at the very beginning of daylight returning to the world. Finding the light is meaningful at this time, both literally and metaphorically. Now, it's true that the dark is useful for reflection, quiet, and rest, but too much darkness can leave us lost, untethered, and frightened. So we do need to find some light to cling to. But where do we find that light, however modest? Of course, we can always step outside during daylight hours. That helps. But depending on what a person's work schedule is, they might be cooped up indoors without relief and without a window and never actually see the daylight through the work week. Clearly, we need another source of light. And I would like to suggest that our best reservoir of the light doesn't come from the literal light or anything that is external to ourselves. As you've likely guessed, I am referring to the flame and the light within. Our self-generated element of light can serve us well when the world around us is dark, whether it is owing to the weakness of the sun or due to the bleak condition of the world itself or just personal challenges that we are struggling to get through. Now, I am not suggesting that any of us are or could be completely immune from the state of our environment. What I am saying is that we are not completely helpless in the face of it, if we choose to exert our willpower. So tending the inner flame and becoming a beacon of light is not an easy automatic process, nor should we operate on the assumption that it should be. There is virtue in exerting ourselves to cultivate that goodness within ourselves and project that out into the world, letting that inner light shine and looking for the beauty of existence. This capacity for transformation and application of will is at the heart of every practice of the craft. And oftentimes the biggest hurdle is our own mindset. Isn't that the way? We have a problem and all we have to do is look in the mirror to see what our biggest issue in solving that problem really is. Because sometimes we do end up with this false belief that we're incapable of keeping our spirits up, or that we just lack the energy to be proactive, or we don't have the necessary gumption or traits to get past obstacles. But let's look at this false assumption. If you have someone who has successfully learned the basics of the craft and understands how to apply this knowledge, then they have already proven to themselves that they can overcome challenges. They do have what it takes to shore up weaknesses, and they have the necessary drive to develop personal strengths. The principle behind that is no different than the principle required to tend that inner flame. We feed it the right kind of fuel, we don't douse it with water when we need it to burn, and we just keep it cultivated. So think back to what you've learned about the fire element. Any astrological placements that you have that happen to be fire signs, and anything you've discovered while practicing spell modalities like candle magic. Look at all of it. Within those things is all the knowledge you need to stoke your inner flame. All that's required is to take the principles and then apply those to yourself. So our homework for December 23rd through December 29th, number 1, journal about the state of your spirit at this time of year and be honest. Where can you benefit from making more use of elemental fire and light? Now, number 2, reflect on how you've reacted to difficulties in the past. In what ways have you made progress, and where could you stand to make improvements? And 3, what are the benefits of the dark time of the year? Meditate on how this applies to you during the season of limited light and see if you can embrace that while you still keep your own inner flame burning. So that's what I have for you this week. Next week, we will be examining a goddess that has very strong associations with witchcraft, so I hope you'll be back for that. In the meantime, comments, questions, concerns, leave them for me in the comment section, or better yet, come visit me on Gilded. The server is called Blackbird's Brew. There's a link to join us in the description box below, and there you will not only find me, but you will find a myriad of other witches with which to consult. So if you're wanting to pick someone's brain, you have plenty of options to choose from. So I hope to see you there soon. But that will do it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.